Now, welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with Thor's Lightning Takes. And let's get right to the news.
First up, I want to showcase a piece of fan art we got from Adam Sevi. It's us!
It is. It's awesome.
I really like the lightning. It looks really good. Same with the shading.
The lighting. Yeah, I thought you meant the lightning.
Both.
But you mean the lighting and the lightning.
Yes, I do.
No, awesome work. And I mean, people can send more artwork in too if they want.
Yeah.
We love getting artwork.
You know I'll use it.
We also appreciate it too very much.
First story up today is Dave Filoni explains the politics of the New Republic era. That the roles have been reversed and the rebels and Imperials have pretty much swapped it up. Yep. The Mandalorian is now our main reference point when you think about the political era of the New Republic time, because there wasn't really much reference to it.
There was none in the sequel.
Yeah.
Just blow it up, forget about it.
We saw it briefly, and then we saw it blown up. All we've got right now is this show. Season 1 and Season 2 kind of didn't reference the politics. You just kind of had some X-Wing Rangers flying about.
We kind of made some mention of it not being at all it was cracked up to be at points, I think. Some offhanded remarks by certain characters. I think Migs Mayfeld being one of them. But, I mean, of course, he's not going to talk highly of the New Republic, so...
Yes, but we also have to remember that Grief Karga didn't care for it much
Yeah,
either.
he didn't. But he's a businessman. Maybe not the most honest businessman ever.
What?
Until recently. Now he's all cool with the Navarro thing.
But the third season did dive into it deeper. We saw the Capitol. We saw some of the law enforcement. We saw the amnesty program. We do get a little more on the inner workings of the New Republic, as well as the inner problems with the New Republic. But Dave Filoni did an interview with Empire Magazine. He kind of talked about setting up the New Republic era of the franchise as the opposite of the Age of Rebellion, where the Empire and the Rebels flipped their positions. The Empire is kind of more of an underdog scenario, causing havoc within the bureaucracy that is struggling to thrive. It's a little different, though, because the Empire kind of ruled with an iron fist. We know that the New Republic isn't doing that.
Yeah.
Not to mention they're giving their prisoners a chance to rehabilitate and re-enter society, whereas the Empire just threw you to Narkia 5 and said, yeah, your sentence, when it's up, we're just going to move you into another prison.
When it's up, we're going to move you into another prison till you die.
Yep. But here is what Filoni had to say kind of about setting up the New Republic. I always relate my own Star Wars experience and think, how can I give kids now that feeling? Something that I understood as a kid was the conflict established in A New Hope, the Rebels versus the Empire. I thought something in the expanded universe that was very easy to understand was, in the New Republic and the remnant of the Empire, that the tables have turned a little bit. It's actually the Empire that's acting more like the Rebels because their resources are on the downside. But the New Republic is struggling because while they're all trying to work together, they have different ideas about how to be effective. That was an interesting story, and I think it creates a big piece of history where you can tell all kinds of stories.
Yeah, it's not going to be like, I've said it before, it's not going to be like flipping a switch. Yes, you won at Endor, but the Empire doesn't immediately entirely dissolve, and every fragment of the Empire that has infiltrated the galaxy, even in the minds and hearts of the people, doesn't immediately dissolve.
Put very simply, when you're comparing it with something like the prequels, the Empire was one mind. This is the Empire, this is the Emperor of the galaxy.
Yeah,
his word is everything. We're going back to a republic where they're trying to give everybody a say.
Yeah, everybody has a voice as opposed to one voice rules them all.
Which is obviously a more fair, but also a much harder form of government.
Certainly.
It doesn't help when the Imperials are on the inside making it worse.
Certainly.
He kind of went on to explain it was in the third season he and Favreau finally spent time developing the politics of the New Republic era. He said, if you took and placed Mando in the original trilogy time period, you would understand what's going on because you understood the politics of the day. Now we've had to establish, starting in The Mandalorian, the idea with Werner Herzog that there were remnant Imperials still operating, that there's a remnant Empire and a New Republic. We really only got around to exploring the New Republic with the X-Wings in the first 2 seasons, and we finally went to Coruscant in this latest season, so everything builds a little bit as we're fleshing out this part of the galaxy.
Yeah.
Does that mean we'll see more? I think we will.
I think we were, again, supposed to with Rangers of the New Republic. I think that was supposed to be the show that really delved into all of this, and maybe it still happens in some sort of form.
I think definitely we're going to see the next season of The Mandalorian. I feel like it's going towards the Rangers of the New Republic with Delphi Squad. Not only that, we've got Ahsoka coming. We saw in the trailer, we saw in Mando that the Imperial Remnant's referencing Thrawn.
We see Mon Mothma in the Ahsoka trailer.
We see Mon Mothma in a conference of the New Republic.
Yeah.
Hinting, that we could have more development on the political side of the new era.
Yeah, which I think we definitely need.
I think we're going to see Ahsoka go to the New Republic asking them for help because
Telling
she
them
knows
Thrawn
Thrawn
is
is there.
Yeah.
And that they are going to pretty much say that they don't have the resources to send everything that she could need.
Yeah, we can't
because
worry
they're
about Thrawn.
destroying their resources.
We're trying to establish the Republic again before we worry about what Thrawn might be up to if he's even alive.
Thrawn who?
Yeah, he's been gone for 10 years at this point.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's move on to our next story today. We've got Star Wars film rumors, because we're already going to start getting those, which is exciting. The rumor is that John Boyega may be in talks to return for the Rey film.
Make it the Finn film.
In that the original lead actor is no longer attached. Originally, there's a rumor out there. A lot of this comes from reporter Jeff Schneider, who's done a lot of these accurate leaks and rumor stories in the past. He did say that the Damon Lindelof script, when it was received, it had an attached lead actor who, as soon as Lindelof left the project, so did this lead actor. It wasn't anyone I'd heard of before. And I did for some reason.
Lead actor, so not Daisy Ridley.
So originally, I think Daisy Ridley was not going to be the lead of this film. Star Wars Celebration made it sound like she will, but we have no idea because it's in, heavy rewrites. It's supposed to be done with the script sometime next month. But Lucasfilm is kind of doubling down. They're pushing to have Rey in a prominent role, which is okay if they're going to be going 15 years after the rise of Skywalker and the emergence of some sort of a new threat. Ridley would have a part. They love legacy characters, and they've made her into one.
I think maybe she should just be on an island somewhere.
But we don't even know yet if she's going to be like our point of view character or if she's going to be more of a supporting position, maybe some sort of an anchor point, as maybe her students or something take up a more lead.
I don't think she's going to be the star of the movie. I honestly don't. I think it's not going to be about her as much as it's about new students.
Like her mentoring new students.
Yeah, she'll be the Yoda.
Working on her Jedi Academy because she just has a bunch of books.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in 15 years, she better have started to figure things out, right?
One of the questions that have been posed since the Celebration announcement is about Finn. The Rise of Skywalker teased that Finn was Force sensitive and he wanted to tell Rey. We're going to assume sometime after the Battle of Exegol, he actually did get to tell her. So it might make sense if he's in the film because he's Force sensitive and could help her run a school. Not to mention, it seemed like some of the other stormtroopers, Jana as well, were Force sensitive.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole company or group seemed like they were all Force sensitive.
They all kind of left and were against the First Order for the same reasons that Finn was.
Yeah, it didn't seem like the brainwashing took as well on them because they were Force sensitive or something.
So now the question is whether or not Boyega would be willing to come back. We know he has done interviews kind of all over the place. He seems to have buried the hatchet earlier this year with Kathleen Kennedy, which I thought was going to be impossible.
Yeah, he was pretty upset at Disney and Lucasfilm, and rightfully so.
I mean, a few months ago, he told SiriusXM, "At this point, I'm good. I feel like the sequel trilogy was good for me." But right before Celebration, he kind of softened up. He said he felt more comfortable with the film's portrayal in JJ's movies. He told The Times of London, "For me, Star Wars has made the man, in a sense, the experiences, the fun times, good times, ugly times, bad times. It makes you who you are as you navigate through the industry, and that has definitely been interesting. I feel like the arc that JJ tried to tie up, that's where I feel comfortable with the release of him. And since then I've been able to enjoy, as a fan, The Mandalorian and Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm enjoying the balance of all things."
That sounds like someone in contract negotiations to me.
Yep. Like I said, very, very wishy-washy. His comments are no longer the harsh comments they once were, so maybe they're on the same page again.
Well, I mean, he just wanted his character to be handled better, so if they promise to, if he gets some scripts and they show a direction for his character and he agrees with it, then, bring him back.
I mean, if he's coming back, they're definitely giving him a lightsaber because they set that up in The Force Awakens. It was a horrible red herring when they had him there in the trailer with the lightsaber, and I was like, yes, this looks awesome. And then they're like, oh, he's kind of placeholding it. He's just...
It's not okay. Really his. He'll be screaming Rey the whole time instead.
I mean, Celebration would obviously have been too soon to announce him if he was coming back, because negotiations are probably going to be arduous and involve a high number.
Probably.
Mm-hmm. But who knows? I mean, if indeed the script is finished by the end of May, then that means they'll probably hit pre-production sometime in August. Our filming industry insider, Schneider, said next February, then cameras should be rolling. Which means we could get a summer filled with casting news.
I just think there's no way you can do a Rey movie without Finn. I think it's kind of an insult to him.
I agree. Now let's move on to new this week in Star Wars. Tuesday. Star Wars timelines.
I cannot wait to get my hands on this book.
You can't wait? I can't wait.
I know, you've been talking about this thing for like 6 years, I think.
I almost can't believe it.
I don't believe it till I actually have it in my hands. And
somehow my shipping will get lost in the mail.
Somehow your book has been lost.
Mm-hmm.
All of them have been.
Yeah. Then on Wednesday, sadly, no more Mandalorian. But for comics, we've got Darth Vader, Black, White, and Red, number 1.
Curious to see this, yeah.
It's supposed to be a more violent, possibly, hoary type look.
Hoary? I don't think that's the word you're looking for.
Scary?
Okay.
Violent?
Though that would be an interesting new twist on the Darth Vader story. Sorry, I'm just previewing tonight's Meme Monday, I think.
Thursday, we have voice chat at 8 p.m. Central Time. Everyone in the Discord, of course, you're welcome to join us. We always have interesting and fun conversation.
That we do.
We
might play some games this week.
In preparation for Friday's Jedi Survivor, which I know you'll be playing all day.
Yes.
All day.
I will play until I cannot play no more. Whatever that means.
Whatever that means.
But until then, that's going to be all we got for you this time. So now it's your turn to take to the comments below and tell us what you think of any and all of today's news, and let's talk some Star Wars. And until next time, thanks for watching.